Hey guys, welcome back. I need to throw a little bit of makeup on this mug. I'm doing like a new iteration of my summer makeup. Like, feels like I'm not wearing anything and it's really easy. So, oh my god, so hot. So first I take this Clé de Peau. I know. Concealer. It was sent to me by Cosbar, which is like a luxury like beauty retailer, and I unfortunately love it. It's their like, oh, it smells good. Does it? Yeah. It's their like under eye corrector, but I've been using the YSL Touche Éclat, which is expensive in its own already, but like oh my god, that smells good. Fuck. But this is like thicker and like more coverage, but it's still like really light. It's a little light for me, like the shade, but it works. And it just doesn't settle into fine lines. I've just been loving it. So if you can afford to spend like $80 or $90 on a concealer, I mean, this is good stuff. But I need to find a dupe because when this runs out, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So then I take this NARS matte, soft matte concealer, and this is like, I've just been like spot concealing, like tiny, like anywhere I'm like a little red, because I can't, when it's like gets to a certain point in the summer, I like can't even stand to have like a tinted sunscreen on when it's like too hot. So this I've been doing to just like even out my skin without feeling like I'm having like a ton of makeup on. Here's my freaking perioral dermatitis. And I know it's better to just like leave it alone, but I can't, I've had it. I've just had it. So I'm covering it up. But I've at least stopped using actives for now. And as you can see, I'm pale. It's because I think it was triggered by fake tan on my face. Oh, I can't have anything, truly. But this has been like a really fun way. I am sweating so freaking bad. Even though I like, whenever I do my hot girl walk, it just like brings my body temperature up. And then even though I take a cold shower, I'll like stay sweaty for like an hour or two. So annoying. Okay, so that's done. Like, do I not look flawless? You would never know I had freaking dermatitis. Okay, and then Merit just came out with, where is it? Merit finally came out with an eyebrow pencil, and it's so good. It's so skinny. I've been loving it. So I'm just doing it like where I'm sparse. I did I laminated my brows like from a kit I got off Amazon, and I thought it would like make it so that like I didn't have to fill in my brows, and that's like not quite, but it has made it so that when I do brow gel, they do stay a lot better. So I don't know, there's that. So I just do like light eyebrows, but like look how good they look when I do the brow gel. So good. I wish they looked like this like without having to do anything. It's kind of like how they were when I got them microbladed, but it's just so expensive. And then it does kind of fade like pinkish, and because I've only had it once, you can like barely see mine, but I'm afraid that if I keep getting it, it's just gonna be like hot pink eventually. I don't know. Then I've just been curling my lashes because I also did a lash tint. I didn't lift them because I've discovered that if I curl my lashes and not put mascara on, they'll stay curled. And so I was like, I'll just tint them. Because I was like kind of afraid to do a lift on my own. I tried it like years ago and I couldn't like figure it out and get them to like stay on the like pad thing. So just did the tint. Oh shoot, I forgot to do this. I've been putting this Say glowy super gel. This is the new shade Rose Glow, and it gives just like a little bit of like a glowy bronzy look. Well, you can just imagine. And then just like a little bit of blush. I'm using the Westman Atelier in Petal just because it's like a really natural pink. And then I've been taking this, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette, and doing like the middle shade and just setting my face with that. And it just gives like a little bit of a glow. It looks kind of pretty and sweaty. And I'll use bronzer if I feel like being like bronzed, but since the rest of my body isn't tan right now, I'm not even bothering. Anyway, that's kind of it. It just kind of looks like I'm not wearing makeup, but I just look so good. So here's my outfit of the day. I'm just wearing, I have to go back so far. I'm just wearing my cutoff shorts, some Gazelles that I got secondhand recently. And then literally the best t-shirt I've ever worn in my life. This is from Skims, and this portion of the video is sponsored by Skims. This is their cotton jersey tee, and it is literally the softest t-shirt I've ever felt. I'm wearing the shade Mineral, and it comes in like all of their like kind of standard colors, but then they also come out with some like seasonal colors. Like I saw like a hot pink and like a bright purple recently that I really want. I love the cut of it. It's like a really like feminine cut, so it's got like the shorter sleeves and it's kind of cropped, but not so cropped that it's like a belly shirt. Like I could still tuck it in, but then I can also wear it out and just kind of scrunch it up. But it is literally the softest, stretchiest thing ever. It's so thin, but it's not see-through. And I honestly feel like I could get away with not wearing a bra with this, but it looks good with a bra too. Like it doesn't show the seams too bad. But yeah, if you're looking for like the perfect t-shirt, this is it, truly. So cute. I need every color. I'm trying something different with my hair today, where I normally blow it out and then do a straightener and like put some waves in it, but this time I just round brushed it. And I don't know how I feel. I think it's cute. We'll just see. I love my freaking bulb, you guys. I freaking love it. Okay, I need to go run an errand and then I'll be back to chat about life updates. Okay, I'm back. I can't tell if I like my hair like this or if it's like, I think I like it. Anyway, oh, I need to lay down. It's so hot out. It's like kind of obnoxious. Okay, so let's talk about life updates. So where I was looking at a house, not to buy. This isn't like exciting news, but we sadly have to move out of our place, and we're not happy about it. And the reason is that the landlords are just raising the rent beyond what we can afford, and frankly beyond what this place is worth. And is it a fair market value? Sure, but like LA and just these other like major metropolitan cities are just like getting ridiculous, and people are getting priced out of our homes, us included, and I'm just sick of it. Anyway, when we moved in here, it was just a different stage of life. It was early pandemic. It was August 2020, 4 years ago. We were moving into a place together for the first time. We wanted space. We wanted to have an outdoor space, especially like to invite people over, to be able to gather with our friends again, just to have like more space for us each to have an office, like all of that. And so we found this place, and it was freaking grueling, if you guys remember. It was a fucking pain in the ass. We got rejected like 5 different times. And it was heartbreaking each time. Every year we've been here, they have raised our rent more than we feel is fair. Basically, they're trying to get as much money as they possibly can out of us. Just classic landlord stuff. And we were already at a point where like we were paying more than we could comfortably afford. And then we just got word that they're raising it like more than, in my mind, the worst case scenario. Like I was like, okay, worst case scenario, this is what it is, and like we can figure that out. And we were like trying to make it work so that we could stay in our home, and they raised it like $100 above that. So we don't even know when we'll have to leave yet, because we essentially were like, our lease is up at the end of August, and we asked if they'd be willing to do month to month. We told them just straight up, we can't afford it. And asked if they could do month to month, which is like really a normal thing in LA after 1 year's lease. And frankly, when we first moved in and we like signed the lease, I said something to him about like, and then it will be month to month after that, and he was like, yes. But then he's made us sign a new lease every single year anyway. And so now I'm like, I don't know, I felt like that was shady and a bit of like a bait and switch, but we had no plans to leave, so it didn't like really matter at the time. But now we're like asking if we can do month to month until we find a place, and they're like, I don't know, I'll let you know this week. And so like we're kind of in limbo of like, are we gonna be able to just like find a place, or are we gonna be like kicked out in a month? So having a hard time with that, because there's a literal housing crisis in LA, and so it's not easy to find a place. And even when you do, like everyone wants it, and then you're like in this sometimes a literal bidding war for a rental. And it's just like, I'm sure the landlords feel entitled to get to raise the rent to whatever they want, and this is a business transaction, whatever. But like at the end of the day, it's just further perpetuating the housing crisis and like the issue that so many of us are in, where like boomers are making it fucking impossible for millennials and Gen Zs to like have a good fucking life. And I'm just like so sick of it. I don't want to cry, but I can't afford to buy a house. And so, but I'm like 34 years old, I'm married, you know, at some point we want to have a family. And so it just like, this was our house, this was our way of having a home that we could host holidays at and have guests at and have parties, and just like, we've been so happy here, and this has felt like our home for 4 years, and now we have to leave it. You know, we're just in a different stage of life, and it's been really hard. Like, it's been hard. When we moved in here, we just had a lot more disposable income, and then, you know, we got married, and we wanted to have our wedding, and I don't regret it, but it definitely like put a strain on us financially. And the writer's strike last year, or whenever the hell it was, put a strain on us financially, because Ted works in the industry, and so it was just a lot of things happened at once. And so post-wedding, we've been just working really hard to get back on our feet, and then this is just another like setback, and it just feels like constantly 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, and I just like can't. So we're just like I said, we're in a different phase of life where
we don't want to spend at the top of our budget to live somewhere anymore. We're tired of just worrying financially, and especially when things happen. So we're looking to downsize, and that sucks, but at the same time it's like, as long as, you know, it's just two of us and we could get away with having 2 bedrooms instead of 3. You know, Ted needs an office because he edits, but I don't really need an office. It was just nice to have, and nice to have like a guest room. I don't need this like huge backyard. I'm fine with having a smaller place with less, if it means like we can save money for our future and go on trips we want to take. Like, we still haven't gone on our honeymoon, and we have like no idea when we'll be able to do that, and we're just in a different place in life where we're like, okay, we had our fun and now it's time to, like, we want other things, but it's still hard, you know. And just having to go back into like looking for houses is just such a nightmare, and I don't like this like unsettled feeling of not knowing where I'm gonna be living. My like safe place is like so important to me and crucial with like my mental health, and so just like being in limbo is terrible. And we've looked at a few places and just none of them have been right. I'm just not feeling up for like the rejection and like the anxiety. I did not think this was gonna be like a crying video, literally, and it like sucks because, you know, downsizing would mean like getting rid of a lot of stuff. You know, we've really like grown into this house and like filled it out, and you know, at our wedding, like so many of the speeches that people said about us was like, talked about how our house has been like the place where people gather and like to create memories and stuff, and I don't want to lose that, you know. It just sucks because 4 years ago, moving into this place, it was all about like possibilities and exciting new changes that were gonna like improve our quality of life, and it's like I could finally have a backyard where I could garden, and Wizard could go, you know, lay in the sun, and like he got so healthy when we moved here. Like, he like thrived and he like gained weight, and he's just never been happier. And so I just like, I know like any place we find, like it has to at least have, like, I don't care if it's like a fucking shoebox, I need him to be able to like go safely, take a nap outside, and like smell everything. I'm just kind of mourning my home, and it's like extra hard because I don't know what's next. I don't care about having a smaller space. Like, I can live in a small space, but like I don't want to like get rid of amenities. Like, I don't want to not have like a dishwasher or like air conditioning. Like, it's so hard to go back from that. And so like, I don't know, we just saw a place that was like logistically like could work, but it was like pretty run down, and I'm just like, I can't do rundown anymore. Like, my first apartment was like kind of quirky and old, but it was like hadn't been updated in like so long, and like the electrical system was like fucked, and like the oven was old, and I'm just like, I can't do that anymore. Like, I could do that when I was like 25. I can't do that now. I'm just having like a shitty day, I guess. And I just like worked really hard on this new pottery collection that I was like really excited about. And I like launched it today. And I only sold one. And it was my friend who bought it. So I'm just feeling like really defeated. And just like was feeling bad about myself today. I just like bad. I like feel like sorry for myself today. It's really annoying because like I've been doing so good mentally. Like I'm really happy right now. Like everything's gonna be fine. I know, but I just don't like the not knowing. That's what's new. I don't really have anything else to say right now. So thanks for hanging out with me and seeing me cry. And I'll see you in my next video.